I have a random question. It has nothing
Oh,
to do with it.
all right. Ax away.
Does wearing a hat in the house not make you hot?
Oh no. Absolutely not. No, this is
It
my
makes you warm.
this my trade hat.
What does it say?
Shoot up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, DM popping. Really? Hold on one second.
Dang, Mike, all your tabs.
Right. I've been working, man, uploading videos and
Jeez.
guys, I'm telling you, stuff
I
is
didn't even know a computer can hold that many, to be honest. Oh, you know what? You might need to walk me through. This is kind of embarrassing, but putting money in my, because I haven't needed to put anything in
put
my trade account.
also. Oh, you
Yeah,
forgot.
remember we only did it once, and it was like the second day I
Oh
started.
yeah, there's a video on that too as well. I can send that to
Okay.
you. Hold on.
I remember vaguely, but I know we have to transfer numbers and stuff. Man, I'm nervous about moving. I don't want to go.
Leaving. Well, you gotta chase the bag, man.
I am so nervous. Like, it's driving me crazy low key. I don't know if it's anxiety or what.
Where are you moving to, if you don't mind me asking?
Missouri.
Oh, interesting.
I know, right? Well, I wanted to go to San Diego, California.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
good things about San Diego.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was like my number one place. If they wanted to move me, I told them, please take me to San Diego. But they
Mm-hmm.
wanted to put me in Missouri for a little while, just to, I don't know what monitor maybe, but they
Yeah,
wouldn't put me
sacrifice.
right. And I mean, it's I'm going in the direction.
Right, sure.
So go in there and then hopefully end up in San Diego, but it's all in God's hands, wherever He wants me to be. I just know that He better place me where my husband is. That's all.
That's good.
I feel that.
I need to get married soon, so he better be somewhere.
Yeah,
That's I'm just playing.
I feel like
But
it's that.
mother, my aunt legit texted me, "Oh, happy Mother's Day to you." Hopefully, to my uncle. I'm like, sis, wait.
Mother's Day. You have a
Right.
child?
No, they're trying to wish children on me.
Oh, she's speaking into existence.
Man,
Yeah, that's what parents want. They want that. They want
Yeah,
kids.
bro.
I said, can you pray for my husband first?
Hmm.
Husband Guinea. Come on, my friend.
Please. That has to come first, right?
Nah, it does.
Yeah. Depending on your views.
Depending on that's definitely my view.
All right. Let's see here. All right, so we're gonna all right. Trading and understanding how to make money at the markets. All right, God. All right, we could make this a conversation. We could make this a conversation, guys. So pretty much, what is the first thing I'm looking for? What's the first thing I'm looking to do in this monthly time frame?
You're looking for
For you personally?
Yeah, like what is your thought process? Anytime we start in a monthly time frame, what is the first thing? What are we focused on? I want to see if you guys have watched my videos.
I have. I know when you look at the monthly time frame, you're trying to see the highest point it had been.
All right. So I'm trying to get the highest. I want to see the I'm looking at price relevance, right? I'm looking
Hmm.
at where market had the highest point. And I'm not too concerned about what happened back in 2008, 2010, or 2012. I'm only focused on price relevance. And when I say price relevance, I'm mainly talking about like right here.
Hmm.
You know, we're in a monthly time frame, so each one of these candles roughly takes a month to open and close. So
Are you sharing your screen right now?
can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I gotta pull it up on the computer or something.
Slide it to the left. If you slide the if you're on your phone, slide to the
Oh,
left.
facts. All right, cool.
Yeah. So I'm looking price relevance. So I like to identify my last high position. Roughly, this was back in 2014. Price failed to break this high. When I draw my highs, I'm just pretty much doing it from the first bullish wick to the body of the candle and dragging it across. So it's always good to have price in a. You want to trap price in the box that way, so you can have an idea of where to or how to trade it. All right. So I'm identifying my relative lows, right? Which is right here. It looks like price has tested this area. We might get a break down to the downside at some point, right? We might get a break to the downside at some point. But I'm mainly focused on here. This is a test of candle on this support. Looks like price wants to reverse back up. Okay, so monthly time frame, I'm focused on price relevance. I'm identifying my relative high and relative lows, and I'm also seeing pretty much the overall trend. What's happening? This has clearly been on the downtrend in the monthly for months. We've been trending down. Right, if we're focused on for the past, excuse me, for the past 4 years, we've been downtrending, creating lower highs and low lows. Okay, so from the monthly, I'm automatically going to the weekly. I want to do some more investigation as to what is happening here. All right, in the weekly time frame, I'm looking at candlesticks. What are these candlesticks telling? Right, each one of these candlesticks takes a week to open and close. What is one thing these candlesticks have in common? Right, this is 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. This is roughly a month and a couple of weeks. What is one thing these
You see like resistance from both ends.
you see resistance? You sure?
Mhm.
I see resistance though, but what is one thing? If we know we're at at a support zone, what is something we see? What type of resistance or what type of what's happening with these candles that can give you an indication that we might be looking for a buy at some point?
I want to say of exhaustion, but I think I'm wrong.
You said what?
Exhaustion, or I'm wrong.
What type of exhaustion?
Seller's exhaustion.
Awesome. We see sellers exhaustion. These wicks right here telling us that it's not enough sellers to keep this market going down, right? The sellers are exhausted in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Sellers are exhausted. So at some point, we want to see some type of reversal. We want to see price reversing to some extent, right? Which is still confirming, right? Sellers are exhausted. What else do we see? What with these candles? What type of candle patterns do we see in this blue box? What type of candle patterns do we see, or what type of candlestick analysis do we see to give us a confirmation that, okay, it looks like buyers are getting in the market?
Are you talking about based off of the wicks or
just the candles in general?
or the candles?
What are the candles are telling? They always tell a story, right? So
I mean, is it the fact that they're
they're like it's going up in the market.
Yeah, within this box right here, what are these candles telling you? Like what happened between these candles that gave you the confirmation that okay, but looks like buyers are getting ready to come in the market. If you see my videos when I
It looks like it. I mean, based off of what I'm looking at, is that a support line, the yellow line?
Oh no, this yellow zone is from the monthly time frame. Remember the monthly time frame? We were at our
I'm
relative.
talking about the one under that one. That's based off of that price.
This red.
No, there's a yellow
Oh,
line
no,
from.
That's current
That's
price.
just the price. Okay.
Price action, yeah. But what it these candles, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, what it's telling me buyers are in the market, but what indication let me know that okay, damn, looks like buyers are getting ready to come in this market. All right. So if you see it, guys, you remember I talk about it all the time. Some type of bullish engulfing a bullish variation, right? We got a bullish variation right here. It took two candles to overlap this sell candle. So it lets us know that the buyers are slowly creeping in. They're coming into the market to overtake the sellers, right? We understood that we had these these long wicks letting us know that sellers were exhausted, right? Some type of exhaustion in the market. So we then got this big ass bullish candle, which confirmed, okay, buyers may be coming in, right? This was back in March 23rd. Now here we see this bullish variation letting us know that, okay, more buyers could potentially push this market back up here. Are you guys following me?
And what constitutes it as the bullish engulfing?
So you remember bullish engulfing is when a bullish candle overlaps a bearish candle. A bullish variation is when multiple bullish candle overlap a bearish candle. All right, as you can see right here. As you can see right here. Right, we don't really count this candle right here. That's a doji. Dojis are indecision candles. But this bearish candle, you see, notice how it took two bullish candles to really overlap that.
I think I remember you saying something about that.
Absolutely. This is
The two bullish candles overlap
the previous bearish candle.
the bearish candle.
That makes sense?
The bearish candle is the yellow wick. Yellow candle.
Yep, yellow candles are my bearish candles.
And then
the blue are my bullish candles.
And you're talking about the two on the right and the one on the left?
Absolutely.
Or just, okay.
This is I'm looking at the engulfing of this yellow candle. And it took two candles. So we call that bullish variation. So if that's a bullish variation, what would the opposite be? If we have multiple bearish candles overlapping a bullish candle, what would that be?
bearish engulfing?
Multiple bearish candles would be a bearish variation.
Or a variation, my bad.
One bearish candle would be a bearish engulfing.
One is engulfing.
All right, so keep that in mind. On the time frame, I'm paying attention to price relevance, right? Where the blue box is currently. I'm looking at how the candles are playing out. They're pretty much, it's telling me what to do, honestly, right? I see the wicks, boom, sellers are exhausted. I see the bullish variation, boom, buyers are exhausted. So when I see this, I also know the bigger I'm at a major zone, right? If we zoom out, we see that we didn't fully break this zone. This was tested. This candle tested the zone, right? A bullish candle formed. It looks like this next monthly candle is going to turn bullish and make its way to the upside. So these are strong indication. It's telling you a story. The market is telling you what to do. So from the weekly time frame, I'm going to the daily to do some more investigation. Okay, you guys follow me?
Say that again.
I said from the weekly time frame, I'm going down to the daily time frame and do some more investigation.
Okay.
So on the daily time frame, the only thing I'm concerned about is I want to see what type of structure is being formed, right? I'm concerned about
Okay,
structure.
this is where you're going to try to identify the trend, right?
Identify the trend exactly, and see where you're at in terms of structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Structure on the uptrend, it's going to be high lows and high highs. On a downtrend, it's going to be what? Lower highs and lower lows, correct?
Lower highs, yeah.
Okay. So based off, I'm gonna scrunch this screen right quick. Based off this right here, what trend does this market look like it's making?
Looks like it's going uptrend.
Let's go.
You said an uptrend?
Oh, I see what you mean. On this,
Yeah. Just this one. Looks like it's a downtrend, right? But
mhm,
looking at, you got to keep that in mind. It's a downtrend. We see a downtrend happening, right?
right, because it dropped below
Exactly.
the last high. Okay.
So we had our high, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, right? So we said this was
That was the last highest high low, I guess.
exactly structure broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And looks like this could be a retest. We don't know, right? So in order to do some more investigation, we want to bring out our Fibonacci. You know how the fibs works, right? So with the fibs, let's see, we draw from here. We're measuring out our retracement. We measuring out, measuring out, measuring out. Boom.
And the reason why you started there was because it was the last high.
Right, absolutely right. The last high. Okay. So we got our fibs from the high. If you're in a downtrend, you want to draw from the high 100% to the next low. That creates a support 0%. Right. So this wick at the 38.2. Right. What's the one thing that happens when price hits 38.2? What type of move are we looking for when price hits 38.2 on Fibonacci?
We're looking for an impulsive move, like
Impulsive move. Do you see this impulsive move that happens?
right.
Boom. Okay. So we can identify that this right here is our last lower high within this downtrend, right? Correct? This is our last lower high. Let me make this different color. All right. So we know when price breaks here, what happens?
When it breaks where, sorry?
When price breaks this last lower high, what happens?
It's gonna make a new one.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
We got to retest?
Nope. In terms of structure.
Oh, structure. I mean, it's typically going to go the opposite way, right?
Structure is broken.
Yeah.
Structure breaks, right? So now we're now from an uptrend, from a downtrend to an uptrend. So right now, we're trying to see. We know that on the monthly time frame, this yellow zone, right? These candles, all these candles on the daily time frame, on the bigger time frame, they're tested candles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we knew on the weekly time frame, sellers were exhausted. We saw a whole bunch of bullish momentum. So what's stopping us from possibly buying to the last lower high? 287 pips is a potential target, right? We can buy here till we eventually get a break of structure, right? So the only way we could take advantage of this buy opportunities is we break it down to a smaller time frame as well. But now, once I start teaching institutional candles and market manipulation, there's a reason why I'm buying to this level, right? With institutional candle, you have to understand this candle was a manipulation candle. The banks manipulated this candle. This was the last bullish candle before this down move. So at some point, price would have to go back and at least respect 50% of that candle. But I don't want to go into much detail on this right now. I want you guys to get the overall concept of just market structure and naked forex. And once you guys get a good understanding of that, I'll introduce institutional candles and market manipulations.
Can you show where structure broke again?
Oh, it hasn't broken yet.
Oh, you said it hasn't.
Yeah, so when price exceeds this purple line,
Oh, okay.
then structures, because this was the last lower high.
Because that's the last lower high.
Absolutely.
Right.
So if we see that we have a lot of bullish momentum, right? If I drew my fibs from this low high to this low low, we're roughly around the 61.8, but it looks like we're creating high lows, right?
Mm-hmm.
High highs to get to this, to get back up here, because we knew in the monthly time frame, everything that's below this yellow zone are tested candles in a monthly time frame. So in the monthly time frame, we're still holding support. We're now zooming down to the smaller time frame to take advantage of that buyer's momentum to possibly break structure.
So you're jumping in at buys, is what you're saying.
Exactly. But we knew the jumping buys because of what? Because we saw exhaustion in the weekly time frame.
Right.
We saw bullish variation in the weekly time frame. Okay. So
is this how you approach it monthly?
No, that was monthly. Monthly is just simply standing my relative high, relative low. So monthly, I'm just understanding my highs and lows.
Oh no, I meant like, so each month you're using this strategy. So I'm saying.
On like each, what do you mean? On each pair?
Starting from the, like, looking at it from a monthly standpoint, then going into it.
Absolutely.
Week, daily.
You have to. It's key. You have to. It's very, very important. But see, all I need to do is do this one time with each pair, and I know what's happening.
Gotcha.
You know, I don't have to keep going monthly every time. Now, once you've done this for one pair, you can just take advantage and know where you're at in the market and just catch every swing. Okay. So from the daily time frame, guys, I'm just going to the I'm going to the 1 hour. Why am I going to the 1 hour time frame? Why is it important that I go to the 1 hour time frame? Or what am I looking for in the 1 hour time frame?
I remember you saying that you just want to identify the market structure in the daily hour.
Boom. I want to identify the market structure. Now, can you identify structure right now, or does it look too choppy?
It looks kind of choppy. It's kind of hard.
So what do I typically do if it's choppy?
You go to 4 hours, or
go scale back to the 4 hour. Go back to the bigger time frame. Now you see clean structure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. So now all I'm doing is right now I'm identifying market structure, right? I know you guys see the high lows and the high highs.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We got our last high low is right here. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Last high low is here. Our high we got equal high. Correct? Equal highs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I see that, guys, this right here was a what? Probably 61.8, 78.6. Clear on the Fibonacci, when price hits 61.8 or 78.6, what typically happens?
You have to find like a market pattern, like a inverted shoulder, I think, and double.
So in this case, since we're in an uptrend, what type of market pattern am I looking for?
Um,
You just said it.
did I? Inverted shoulder?
Yeah. So on the uptrend, you're looking for double bottoms, triple bottoms, inverted head and shoulders. On the downtrend, you'd be looking for the reverse, double top, triple top, head and shoulders. So from the 4 hour, just grabbing my fibs, y'all. You know what I mean? Average wick, low to high. Boom. Y'all see this? You got
Yeah. Okay.
so we could potentially see price coming back here. Boom. Could do its thing, go up, or it can just boom, it go up, whatever the case may be. But we know the market is going to create these patterns when we see what on the small time frame. The market is going to create patterns when we see what on a small time frame. Because what we're doing right now is just time frame correlation. The same thing we did on the daily time frame, we're doing it here on the monthly time, on a 4 hour time frame. So if we see once the market patterns start happening, right, in this green box at a 61.8, there has to be some type of breaker structure, right? Some type of breaker structure, some type of break of lower high, right? Roughly right here. It's probably, and we'll go to small time frame to see it. Structure probably broke right here. The retest on the small time frame is going to create that double bottom or that triple bottom. You guys follow me?
And you knew that because of the 61 point.
Yeah. So the 60. So do you know about the PRZ levels on the Fibonacci?
No, I'm not familiar.
Okay. Yeah, you have to. I did hella videos on that shit. You have to watch the videos I recorded.
Yeah, I need. Is it on your YouTube?
Yeah. It's up. I uploaded all that shit last night on my YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good too.
I need all that because I was confused when you were referring to a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that shit off soon because that's too much value, man. Nah,
What? Don't be petty.
I'm so serious. I could charge like damn near $300 a month for that stuff. Man. That's too much juice. But the fact that people don't even know what they're looking at is like, yo, crazy. So pretty much with the fibs, Brian, is the fibs just helps me it helps me measure out the on an uptrend. On a uptrend, the fibs helps me measure out the next high low. On a downtrend, it helps me measure out the next lower high. But these prices mean it's significant, right? Your 4 main PRZ levels, you're gonna learn in the videos on YouTube. 38.2. Anytime price finds some type of support on 38.2, there's gonna be some type of strong impulsive move to the upside. Anytime price lands on 61.8, you start seeing these market patterns like a double top. A double bottom, triple bottom, inverted head and shoulder. Anytime price lands on 78.6, you see the same market patterns as well, but it will be a slow trend to the upside. Anytime price lands on 88.6, it will be a slow trend to the upside as well. Anytime price fails to break 100% and just find some type of support there, this is where you want to lot up. This is where you want to put the big lot size standard, right? You want to put all your eggs in one basket because now you're at a point where price is not breaking structure and price is just made a 100% retrace. Put all your money there, man. That's the best time to make that $2,000 day, $1,000 day. But now, Claire, to answer your question, how do I know where my TP is? So my TP level, right, will be my negative 13%. My negative 27% will be TP2. and negative 61.8 will be TP3. So if price had landed here and we took this trade, TP1, boom. And this can happen in a day, y'all. 110 pips. If I put a standard lot, $1,100. TP2 on 129, TP3 180. So this is how I make my 500 to 1,000 a day.
Jesus, I want to. Okay.
Okay.
TP1 is, you said 13%, makes 13%.
And at some point, price will get to one of these TP levels.
Right. Okay. All right. Sorry if you guys hear. I'm in another meeting for work, but.
No, you good.
Mikey, yeah, start that over.
Huh?
That part.
The TPs.
Oh, your
Yeah.
take profits. Yeah. So your take profits on the Fibonacci level will be negative 13, negative 27%, and negative 61%.
Is this based off of this Fibonacci or?
You got to understand Fibonacci. What a Fibonacci is, it's an algorithm that it's
Right.
true support and resistance. So treat your fib levels like support and resistance.
Right, but I'm saying these numbers are just based off of what we're looking at right now.
No, the
Right.
13, 27, and 61 for the Fibonacci for every market you do.
And that's exactly what I wanted to know.
Yeah, so these are like, they're true. They're like, and as you keep moving the fibs, these will always be your take profit. Matter of fact, let me.
Yeah, show another one where it